The Joint Parliamentary Oversight Delegation in the Northwest is shocked by the level of dysfunction in some municipalities. It has concluded its 3-day oversight visit to that province. The group includes members of the Portfolio Committee on Cooperative Governance and the Standing Committee on Public Accounts, including the Standing Committee on the Auditor General. Let's speak now to Newzroom Afrika's Refiloe Seboko, who is in Mahikeng, the capital of the Northwest. Refiloe, good evening to you, and give us a quick roundup of what you have heard during that session today. It surely must have been a very difficult one to listen to, given the state of municipalities in the Northwest.
Indeed, Xoli, I mean, I'm sure it has really been documented on how the municipalities in the Northwest Province continue to be having or facing challenges, from political instabilities to infights to mismanagement of funds that are in most cases not accounted for. But it was the shock, but also the disbelief from the members of the Parliamentary Committee as they are sitting and hearing various officials from municipalities. We heard a presentation that was made by Matlosana local municipality today, as the session is almost into its completion. A sitting that is happening now is the officials from Dr. Kenneth Kaunda District Municipality officials that are presenting about the state of their municipalities. But Dr. Zolim Kiza describing, the state of municipalities in the Northwest Province as worrisome, but also horrifying, difficult to listen to, and quite a number of questions that he has as to how is it that, even the alleged corruption incidents that keeps on happening in these municipalities, there has not been any consequence management that has been done or any, actions that have been put in place. But let's listen into the presentation that was made earlier on by Fikile Mhlophe from the Matlosana local municipality with regards to the state of that municipality.
The issue on the maintenance of the fleet is true that we are having a challenge of our fleet. We have approximately 574 fleet that we are owning, and some of the fleet in terms of their age, what we spend in fixing them is more than the book value of the vehicles. We have a plan that we have put in place. We are in a process of procuring of not necessarily leasing the vehicles that is going to make it easier for us not to have them stopped when they have to be maintained. One of the other issues is that we had a problem versus fleet management and fleet maintenance. We did not have a fleet manager in the system in terms of the structure.
Refiloe, also interesting to listen to is what the municipal manager talks about, and that is the culture within the municipality. Someone else may call it the ethos. What is it that municipality subscribes to in terms of just a work culture? Are people disciplined? Do they come on time to work? And do they do what they are paid to do? What was the description around the culture of work within the municipality?
And she was talking mainly about how difficult is it even for her, to implement some of the disciplinary measures that should be put in place or some of the manner in which processes needs to be followed. When we're talking about maybe tender processes as well, appointing of officials within the municipality, rendering services to the people of Matlosana, residents of Matlosana who, they are at the receiving end when there are these political infights or even cases of maladministration that are happening within that municipality. And let's listen to that which he indicated as the culture that is within Matlosana local municipality.
The culture of Matlosana, as I arrived in 2023, is that they actually allocate work to service providers without following processes. What they would then do in terms of especially plant hire, the juniors or the assistant directors there in the technical department would then allocate. After that is when they then prepare a requisition for payment, which also the order is attached, that is unsigned, and an invoice. Then you as a CFO at the end, you just have to comply.
So it goes without saying then, Refiloe, that the input from the leader of the parliamentary committee that is visiting the Northwest, Dr. Zweli Mkhize, using words such as horrifying, as you've alluded to earlier, it's well and good to hear those words. The important bit here is what is going to be done to change the state of municipalities. And by the way, it's not as if they're not aware of what is going on in these municipalities. But nonetheless, you're going to tell us about the reaction of Zweli Mkhize to what they have been exposed to.
Indeed, Ekoli, it's not like these officials have not been aware of these challenges or some of these alleged corruption or, the manner in which things, not proper procedures that have been followed. This is something that has been reported, on a couple of occasions. It's well documented, reports of media, among others. There are committee and joint oversight sessions like this one that is happening here, where we would be hearing, the challenges or the maladministration that are happening within these municipalities. And it is exactly what, members of the joint, parliamentary oversight visit committee members have been asking to say, what is it that have been done, seeing that these are some of the issues that are, long-standing issues dating as far back as 2013, for years now. But let's listen into Dr. Mkhize as how he describes, the situation in the municipalities in the Northwest Province.
It's actually also clear that there are too many challenges. The level of dysfunctionality here is extremely worrying. In fact, if you think of municipalities, the one of the few municipalities that have got the most horrifying image in the public media is Matlosana. Maybe not alone, but Matlosana is amongst those.
Definitely not alone. He was just making a reference to Matlosana because that's how he was closing off his, comments. That was his closing comments with regards to Matlosana, but definitely alone. I mean, we've heard cases of Ramotsiremilwa, the recent one where we saw the political infighting that even questioned the legitimacy of who is the mayor of that municipality. Ditsobotla, it's one of the municipalities. We know that it continues to be the most troublesome municipality. We've heard also from the Makwasi Hills that also made their presentation today. However, there are recommendations that have been put in place to say that these officials, they need to go back and do further investigations, but also do further, preparations in terms of what is it that they are going to do in terms of ensuring that there is some sense of stability within these various municipalities at the core of it, so that the residents must be able to be served with services adequately so, because they continue to be at the receiving end, truly.
Refiloe Seboko, the dignity of the people who live in these municipalities, and that is who and what should worry us, including, of course, the people that are charged with this responsibility. Thank you very much for that update. And it's no surprise. Just today, I was actually reading a report on News 24 about a group of women who decided that they're actually going to repair the roads themselves because the municipality is just completely non-existent.